Kia ora and welcome back. I'm Vin from Janky Gamesmiths. We're looking at the Janky Spline Tiler package, and if you haven't watched the previous videos, I suggest going and watching them first. But for this video, I'm just going to quickly look at how to create a junction or an attachment point or something like that that works with the Janky Spline Tiling package. So this should be pretty simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create just a game object. I'll just call it junction, whatever, it doesn't really matter what you call it. I'm going to add a cube and make that cube nice and big. Why? Because I want to. And then I'm going to add a game object underneath as a child, and I'm just going to call this attachment. Cool. And then what I'll add is a spline snapper to this. There we go. And now you can see that there's the little gizmo that's been drawn to show that there is a attachment point there. Awesome. And there we go, we've got a junction. You can do multiple ones if you want to, so I'll do another one, let's say, snap that as I move it. There we go. Another one over there, so now there's two attachment points on this one junction. Cool. And I want to snap this spline to the junction. So, as in the previous videos, I need to put in a spline container. I also need the attachment point game object or transform to be allocated in here. And now the reason why I made the system as such is the Janky Spline Snapper doesn't need to be on the attachment game object. You could, if you prefer this workflow, put 4 of them on the junction game object, let's say, if you have 4 attachment points, and then just do all of your snapping process through here. But I've personally found it a little bit more intuitive to do it this way. Cool. So I need to select a knot from that spline that I've specified. Knot's there. Awesome. And as per the last video, it's better to have your knots set up as a Bezier type knot for the parts that you want to attach. There we go. Cool. And now if I re-snap that knot, oh, it's got a pivot issue. There we go. It now lines up flush with the attachment point. Cool. Let's do it for the next one. I'm going to make sure the attachment point is set, spline is set, and let's select the knot as this one at the other end. Awesome. And that's obviously got an orientation issue. So is that the right way? No, it's the other one. So -90. Cool, cool. Is that set to Bezier? Should be. Yeah. Cool. There we go, and that's snapping properly now. It's probably because there was a loop up here that it wasn't doing things quite as I want it to. Let's bring that over. Okay. And now we have a nice little spline loop going on. And as before, if I move the junction, this will follow. Now, if it's not lining up properly here, like there's distance and you don't want distance, that is because you haven't set any length flex amounts. Actually, let's just go by 1. Flex amounts aren't multipliers. They're hard unit scales. So if I set a flex amount by 1 to 1, that means the scale can change by a point of 1. So let's say my flex amount on the z-axis is 1, and it needs to be flexed, then it would go up to either 5 or reduce down to 3. Yeah, simple math. There we go. And let's regenerate. There we go. And now it's perfectly lined up with the surface. So yeah, I think that's, oh, that wasn't the cube. I think that's all that we really need to touch on for this. For the pre-release videos, I think I'm going to leave it at that. But this pretty much covers the entire workflow and package. Apart from the examples. No, you can just mess around with the example if you get the package. I'm not really going to dive into that too heavily. So yeah, this is Janky Spline Tiler. If you pick up the asset, thank you for supporting, and I hope you get a lot of use out of it.